Sham Masech the Tzumen Daf Tzadik Zayin Omed Aleph Nishma Gita Basavam Nishma Yisrael Dori Nishma Rabbi Yitzchak as Shimon Rabbi Yitzchak. Go back to the Mishnah Rabbi side Tzadik Vav Omed Aleph, 4 lines from the bottom. Tzadik, yeah, but let's go back to the Mishnah a minute. Tzadik Vav Omed Aleph, 4 lines from the bottom. Rabbi Kiva Oimer. Shosh Tekul Mishnah. Kiva Oimer. Kolam is bashlim zem zem mutarim ele im abosa. What does this mean? Everything that is bashlim or isse vehete is muta. What's the pshat in that? Kiva Oimer. Zog the Pnei Moshe on the left side, but a wide line. Kiva Oimer kolam is bashlim zem zem. V'echad shel isse v'echad shel hete. 2 pieces of meat. One was also. One was a hete, oi, trume machula. They ain't a nice in the time zebizet. They don't give a time. What do you mean? A bishul doesn't give a time, one or the other. The guy zok the shuhu min b'mino imutar. This is the shit of the kiva. Goes like a Gouda in the Babli. That min b'mino is mutar. So what's meant elim abasa? Elim abasa means zok the Pnei Moshe im nizbasha hayerek shel trume im bosa. Vegetables with meat, if the boss with the boss is mimimino, is mutter. Why? Because mimimino there's no time. And with a bishul, the only thing you're doing is the time. Time because the mimimino, I don't feel the time of this in the heta, because the same min is mutter. Ma'ashenke and Yerokis mit bossa would be also. That's the Pnei Moshe pshat.
Don't you need shishim?
One second. Yeah, but he says here no. He says you don't need shishim. You don't need anything. There's no issa. It's mutter. The min b'mina is mutter. When do you need shishim? When there's a time. When there's a time, min b'shein amino. Min b'mina is mutter in ganzen. Look at the menafulda on the right side, but in the narrow end of the narrow line. The kiva oimer kol issa v'hete yede issa v'hete amiz bashlim zeh zeh v'hei min echod. It was the same species, same min. Bossy with bossy, Yerokas with Yerokas, Payas with Payas. All the thing is mutter. Fabosh ain't noistem tam zebezeh. There is no tam zebezeh. Not the pshat. There is a tam, and you don't feel the tam. You ask me, what that if you mashna this with a hat at the same time, there is a tam. You just don't feel it because you don't. It's the same thing. The spitnish tam, right? So tonight, she ain't noistem tam zebezeh. Doesn't give a time one or the other. But Adosh statement afulda. Chutz mi bosse isse v'hete shenis bashu b'yachad esun. So he learns different shot. He says not like the Pnei Moshe says even bosse with bosse. Only time it's also with Yerokis. And afulda learning kung faket that even bosse with bosse is yodo atam. It is also. Shenos tam zeh chutz mi bosse isse v'hete shenis bashu b'yachad esun. Might take an African minute. The goes to sugif in nice and tam. He says the boss with boss. There is it's awesome. How you gonna fix this tam? It's a min b'mino. It's same min. And you tell me it's awesome. If you get me those matazayin, so it can zayin shishim. But we know a kabbalah that after shishim there's no time after shishim. Can zayin. Oh, it's just straight. I don't know. What? Trumas are more. Yeah, the Trumas is more kalach when if you learn Bisman Azeh, I know Bisman, but when the Trumas are Isa, then maybe you may know, it'll be the Isa, right? It was a Zayin. But Al Kaponim, Moedik and Machlekes over here had to learn Pshat. And Mimina, was?
It's like cat. You do the whole thing because of
Right.
It's like cat.
Right. So he's saying here that Mimina is not bought. By Bossa, he's saying it's not bought.
No. There's much besides bus.
Besides Bossa, right.
According to Pnei Moshe, that it means Yerokos and Basra, then that's not min b'mina anymore.
Correct.
Any two things would be a problem.
Correct.
Why does it say chutz min abas Yerokos, chutz from Yerokos with meat
Right.
also?
Like the mouthful the Gishmak the Mishnah, the Lashon HaMishnah,
Right.
Good. But like the Pnei Moshe, should get the Mishnah, but the Avona, the Ingrid, the first time, it's easier to understand the Pnei Moshe and the mouthful.
Just an example. Basar is an example.
What?
Basar Yerokos is an example of Mimshenim.
Okay, good. But what about Bosa and Bosa? It's Mimina. Mimina. So what does Mimina mean? Mimina means what? There's no time, or you don't feel the time. you're not makir. So it should be also. It should be also. It should be also. No, it should always be also. But if there's a tam kika, so why do you say that it's mutter? If you go like a b'kiyega, so b'kiyega says alamo tam kika is only also. Why? Why is tam kika also? Because it's double choshev. When is it double choshev? If I can feel it. If I can't feel it, it's not a double choshev. So the whole chiddush, you mishra, so you learn out from Gulei Nachin, the tam kika is also, hani mil is also. When it's a double choshev, you can feel it. If you can't feel it, the tam kika is not also. There is a tam going here, just you can't detect the tam, right? We don't detect it.
You can be making on the tam list.
Yeah, okay.
Tasting both.
Yeah.
Tam has the list.
So you can't tell it. So you can't tell the chiddush of the tam kika in nish gegeben geworden when there's a min b'minai because you don't feel it, and that's not also. It's not a double chosh. That's the understanding of the b'kireg. Okay, good. But you see, might they go nafkamina in halacha? What is the din here? Okay, not the halacha. We don't pass like this, but akaponim, as I said, we learned the Mishnah. It's for tzad heta. You want to have a tzad heta. You have all different stodim. Boys can want to find a tzad heta. Came enough a tzad heta from the b'kiva. Let's see how the Rashi really learns. Elim abosa. Listen to this. Rely on the Rashi really always to come up with something like out of the box, right? Elim abosa on the left side towards the bottom, 10 lines at the bottom. Tam habosa machshiv letam hayed. Oh, this is going with the idea of the kivega. It has to be a double choshev. So he's saying, what do you mean machshiv? So machshiv means that's why the tam kik is also. It has to be a double choshev. Abi leke bosa. If there is no bosa, and you're cooking over here, what is cooking? Zeyu be'al milcha shiv v'lo midihu. Bishul is not something which is also, because no be'en. I mean, there is a be'en, but what's going in is moving around between one machal and the other machal. What's moving in between these machalim is a double zeya. It's called zeya, and zeya is not something which is double choshev, and mele is not also. However, by bosa, it is. It is double choshev. Upalig akulu v'afilu b'kru v'afilu b'tadin, even by cabbage and even by tadin, it's always, by spinach, it's always also. Pasuk Rambam, Zalke Rekiva. Rambam here, Zokte, Pasuk Rebbe Kiva. Kavos, the Rekiva, the Yosef, Shimon, Tamid Avoid. Ben Eloch Yitam Mokam Harav. So, Nira Vadai, the Nira, the Bein Me Shlokus, the Bein Me Kavosim, Kinis Sarvu. If you have the juice of shlokas, which is vegetables, or kvasim, or cabbages, isabi shoru, make kvasim, make shlokas, or truma, asum, lezorim. Besides that, okay, sorry. Elam abosa, what is the elam abosa? What does that mean? Kasal kedakta, the bosa, shun zbashar, ma yerek, shal truma, koma, begamar, mefarish lo. It means zirokas. Okay. All right. What should they do in the Batanura? That's the Lashon Mishnah. There is no time. One boss here, there's no time. There's no pshat. There's a time you don't feel it. It's talking time. I like the Batanur. Chutz mi boss isse vehete shezbasu yachad the osa. If you have a isse vehete by everything else besides boss, they don't. It's the same min. There's no time going one to the other. If it's a boss, it is. And a boss, by boss, like the Meraful is saying, boss is different. But that's hilchos. We don't pass like these tanoim, not like a Bekiva, and not like a Yosi. We don't pass like this. El ketana kam bevad. The Oma kon nichboshim mutorim. All nichbash is muter. Nichbash means something which is pickled or other types of salting it or whatever it is. That's muter chutz min achoises. These sharp things like lepes and botzel. What's sharp is also. Avamu sholem oishalukim kulam oisim. Talked about the Nur and Tanakam. Oh, it's not like these. Not like a Bekiva. Like Rabbi Yossi, doesn't paskin like the Rambam, he paskins here like the Tanakama, and Bishul is also. That's how we paskin. That's Yedi Barbara Vest, I'm a paskin, as is also. It's always also. Muzuk to the Rambam. Take a look at the Pirsha Mishnah. Like the Rambam, Rabbi Kiva, V'oma afilu hamusholin k'moi hazoyim b'zulosin k'shavashin trumim chulin, v'yasu achulin. Look, the Rambam, it's only also when you have vegetables with meat. It schleps, it pulls the time from the yerek, almost a time. That's why it's also, because physically, what happens is, chemically, whatever you want to learn, the basar gives it a time, and without the basar, there is no time, when it's the same min. But the din of covered, the next piece in the Mishnah, it's the poilet. This din that the Mishnah tells us by covered is poilet, and it doesn't allow anything to come in because it's pshas plitos and doesn't allow anything to come in. That's only a b'diavad. The katchila osa kulam b'deveim d'chuyim shay. Zogdo the Tres Yisrael b'tamua. B'tamua. Zogdo v'yihei ma'ili gam b'min b'mina yikim midli shibashlu m'chaveira v'lo yiflutu v'lo yivlu. You tell me min b'mina, you want to cook two things together. It's a min b'mina. Nothing goes in, nothing comes out. Zeh mizeh v'filu min b'mina. Tzachak aponim. Ruba b'deraisa, you need a roiv. Even by min b'mina, what's going on here? Tumua moed took the Tres Yisrael. U'man yeh mishiyeh b'chol echad roiv negadista shebal bishloim l'rashi and that says the tam kikas have the deraisa. So man is good. So the tam kikas not deraisa. They may have the suffix the rabbanim b'shori. Man the kaim like a toises sham the beis mekoyim tam kikas deraisa kosher. Why should it be mutter? Call on mavashim zeb says mutter. What's the pshat over here? It's not. Doesn't make any sense, frankly. So, Chloime, the Reb Kiva, last week, I have a elovadai, efshi shikabel dova tam mechaveda, shizbash imay, sheatam hu yoysim mimamoshe shel heter. Yes, so look good. He starts out, he said, what are you talking about? Bishul doesn't go. We know it does go, but you tell me it doesn't go. It goes, you put two things together, so get the time from one to the other. So what does it say? Call him Vashim Matorim. What's supposed to make this? So, Chloime, the Reb Kiva, last week, I have it. It's not even a suffix. Vadai, I efshe shikabel dova tam mechavedish nizbash imo v'shiyah tam kahu yoisim imamoshes shel heter. You marshal two things, and there's a heter with issa, and because there's a heter with issa, it's not possible that the tam there is a tam. It goes one to the other, but the tam issa can't be more than the tam heter.
Let's say there's a lot.
That's a Kabbalah. What?
Let's say there's a lot of is and a little.
I don't know. Well, I'm telling you.
Meat head and a big.
Weiß nicht, was du steht du. What should I tell you? I'm just reading to you what it says over here. Okay, da steht da. Okay, lass mich gehen ein bisschen weiter dabei sein. Schwerer Blatt hier, sehr schwer Blatt. Sag die Gemara weiter, und zahle ich sein mit alles, ja?
Das Reb Kiva he didn't say.
Huh? What?
This Reb Kiva he didn't say.
Who? What?
When you bring Reb Kiva, he a lot of times brings Reb Kiva.
Yeah. I was going to say Reb Kiva, you mean for Tam Kika?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Reb Kiva doesn't say such a thing. It's a mission. It's a mission. What do you do with this mission?
Going to Reb Kiva,
Huh?
It's not so sure.
Why? It's not Choshev.
Yeah, it's not
It's
kosher.
Min, not Choshev. Okay. But he's asking Poshut, he's saying Min, and Alamal, there is a time it's going one to the other.
So Kiva
It's not Choshev, you don't spirit, it's more, yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Look the Mishnah, look the Mishnah. Okay, this we saw. Shaloka b'chol of Ma'u. Okay, covered me Ma'u. One of the Tani Chelmoin Osim Mivnei Shuhu B'leya. You have a Chelmoin, which is the yolk. It's Osim Mivnei Shuhu B'leya, and Chelboin, which is the white. That's not B'leya. That's not B'leya. So the state in the Mishnah, the gist in the Mishnah is Afilu Chelbon. The state in the Mishnah. Patience, Bashu b'chelben asurin, afilu chelben shelo. Even the chelben shelo is what is also with neishu b'leya. Because outside it was b'leya. Tani b'kafre chelben also, v'kolshkein cholod beim. Cholod beim is the white. Chelben is the yellow part. The yolk. Yitzchak Rabbe b'shem b'shem v'lokish. Beim shesholko and emotze b'hem afroyach b'noisen tam. Just one more word over here. The Mishnah is Shayna, Akasha. Sorry, you got a lot of Akashas over here. Afilu Chelben Shelo is also. Why is the Chelben Afilu Chelben Shelo? It's not kosher. The Maika Mashma. If you put an issa together with an egg, you're telling me that what? That it's also. Okay? Maika Mashma, Pshita. Afilu Chaticha Ove B'yoyse Kula Asura. An issa with a heter, because something is very thick, it's going to be also. You mavash the two things together, it's also. What's the chiddush? I feel the chalv mishulanda. What's the chiddush here that the egg also becomes also when you mavash with an issa? What's the chiddush? V'nira, this is a chiddush. The maybe shebeyu b'kliposa. What kind of bay are we talking about? We're talking bay with a clipper. It has the shell on it, right? Shebeyu b'kliposa. Hachissoyna v'osa lashminon she'ein ha'klipper matzelis. The clipper outside, the shell outside the egg, if you put it together with something else, which is over this, and you cook it together, the clipper, the shell of the egg, doesn't save the egg from becoming osir. It's osir. Ubelaz der kliposa, bafila chelmin. Even the yolk, she'ein negei b'klipper, doesn't touch the clipper, doesn't touch the shell because it's inside. You have the white around it, it doesn't touch a surah. The klipa abeya nekuva he ubelas. It's belaya. That's the chiddush is that even you cook an egg to somebody like rajba. What? 3 eggs. Yeah.
It was 3 eggs.
That's correct. So you see what? That's, I don't know. In this Mishnah. What?
Something else. It's Zugas.
No.
That's chat betrayal.
This is Gemara. This can see the Shemaisa. It's a Gemara. Yeah, but oyster them. Yeah, okay. So
Chat betrayal.
yeah. So you're saying is that the time goes. It goes one to the other one.
Well, it's not a pair yet. That's each egg not a pair yet.
No, blitz drops.
Oh, we're going to talk about Beri right now. Come to Gemara the Beri. Tani Bakafra. Chelmen Osa, Koshkein Chole Beim. The Chole Beim means the white. Both of them are Osa. Why is this a big chiddush? Because that would be, if the Chelmen is Osa, what's the chiddush? Because that's outside. So that's outside. It goes outside. The Chel Boin is inside, and the Chel Moin is outside. So that's why it says Afilu. Chel Boin is the white, yeah. And the Chel Moin is the yellow part, is the yolk.
Which one's inside, which one's outside?
The yolk is inside, but it's outside the egg, because the egg is talking about the white is the egg itself. And outside the egg is the yolk. That's how they learn pshat here. They're busy with the what's afilu? Which was more
Color.
Yeah, that's the way to remember it, right? Okay, so the Gemara weiter. Toni Bakafra. Yitzchak Rabbe b'Shem Shimi ben Lakish Beim Sheshalkan. You cooked eggs. And now you open up the egg, you don't find it today because it's all candle and the eggs today is different, but Al-Kaponim used to be the Be'im Sheshalkan, you cook an egg, you find a chicken side. It's benois in tam. It's also benois in tam. Reb Ziri, Reb Shimon, Barabba, B'Shem Reb Yochanan, Reb Ziri, Adar Bageshen, Reb Kirye, Reb Levi, Palta, Zokin Echa, B'Shem Reb Rabbi, Shishim V'Achas Asuras. If you have 61, it's also Keneged the Afroyach. Shishim Ishtayim is Mutoris. 62. 61 is also 62 is Mutor. Balzain Favos. B'Shem Ben Achanan B'Shem Rabbi Yonason. Hayid Ade Chavereinu. Ade was an Amoyre, and he was made of an Einu B'Shishim. And look, Medafish can 62, he only needs 60. Whoever's going to be more than 60, I'm Machshir. Until 60 is also, after that it's Mutor. Omer l'shimon ba'avol. Omer atochen. V'inin omer nochen. He says like this. Omer lo nano ma the shamet v'inin ma the shamet. Everybody ma the shimon. Everybody said what he heard of his Rebbe. Shimon ba'avol. Omer yikum Rebbe Chanina. Ma'isa bol l'fnei Rebbe Gamliel b'Rebbe. Omer lei abba lo yimoyri ba'aboyim v'sheva. Now Yeshua, which we don't know from the Bible, we don't know this shit. It's 47. I know Mori ba'aboyim v'chomesh. He has also Finim v'fetzik 45. So you have all these different shurim, what's going to be with this afrayach, which you cook the egg, you find afrayach in there, to be mated. How much do I need to be mated? Do I need 61? Do I need 62? Do I need 50, 45, 47? All different kinds of shurim. So to pnei Moshe. Shishim bi'achas. Right here by the narrow lines, right in there. Shishim achas asuris. Achei shishim v'shtayim. Oz mitzoras. 62, then it's mutter. Hey, Ada chavereinu l'faneinu b'shishim. No, claim b'shishim hu shasura. 62 is mutter. V'omer mishi yeveli yoysim b'shishim. Afilu achas machsherano. Omer at hochin b'shmei Rabbi Yochanan l'shishim achas asura. V'inin omer hochin yoysim b'shishim kosher. V'eshim lehem. Ano ma d'shamet Rabbi Yochanan nami. Yinim ma d'shamet Rabbi nami. Ma'ase bol fnei gamliel b'Revi was Hashem chacham v'lo yoy sham ela mem hey beim v'amalei abba lo midi lahate ba'aboim v'shava v'ano midi ba'aboim v'chomesh b'dmir chen avabchia the ma'ase bol fnei Revi b'shol in yesh bosh chamishim lo lahate b'pachas has to be 50. So all these different shurim. Lama zayin over the folder. Ma'ase, I'm sorry, a little bit up a little bit. Shishim v'echad asures hatam. The fish yesh beim ketanim. What's going on over here? The small one more Rashi before. I'm sorry, one more Rafuldim. B'noisen tam im yesh be efroyach. Sheyochel eaten tam b'chol habeim asurim kol habeim. If you give in a time and all the beim that were cooked in there, you cooked in 50 eggs and one of them you found was no good, was an efroyach. If it's noisen tam, it has biful heis b'noisen tam. Shishim v'echad asures hatam the fish yesh beim ketanim b'doilim. These masbid sometimes has larger and smaller eggs. The fikach shurei oise at sama beis beim until 62 lahatira. You have to have 62 keneged the one that you found. V'hainu sama beis im beis asur. Shishim asur yoise mishishim dayin shishim echad. V'atam mehochid tzach sama beis. Aramim sama chalav. He's questioning on the one on this one. He's questioning it. I know ma deshome. Ani oime ma sheshemati beinam ma sheshome. I don't know the reason. I just heard like this. The Rebbe does gezuk and fatik. Ma'ase bol fnei gamliel b'Rebbe bein shemotze afroyach. He found inside the chick. V'amalu abba harig abba v'sheva. Ani oime abba v'chomesh. Batam. What's the tam? Af haklipus mistafim levatel oichel habeya. So he's throwing in another thing that you mitzaref all these things. The shurim that we're saying over here, you could include the peel, the outside peel, that could be included in the tzirif levatel oichel habeya. Anan tamar chemishim mutar ma'abetzim ma'aydiv ayerek ba'klipus v'hamayim. Okay, that's the shemaita. V'zok the rasivila on the left.
What do you mean? It's 47 without the clip and with the clip.
With the clip. With the clip. You count it with the clip.
Even the clip is not a regular chiyuv.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Zok the Rashi on the right side, 6-7 lines in the bottom. Motze by Afroyach benoisen tam. The Afroyach in the vela have, and Afroyach is in the vela. We're talking here. It's a dead Afroyach, a dead chicken. Have shabosa benoisen tam who. V'loishne beya tameya, v'loishne beya toid. It doesn't matter what kind of a chicken it was. But after shenimtze beya afroyach, have a beya tameya sheshokin beya toidas. What about if you have beya tameya? Things from a species which is a tamei masim peged anosha. The ain't so shir v'kulam etoin the maya the beya lav klumi. The beya lav klumi. You cook one egg with another egg. He learns over here a tometic egg with a toidic egg. It's not osa because it's maya malma, and that's not a noise and tam. That's not osa. It's only when you cook the egg with something else, then it's a problem. But eggs with eggs, nishtokan problem. So here the problem is because it's a frech, it's not an egg. Shishivach is shishim shtayim metodas. Vakim skin lo peg the anosha mechaber mehuna beim b'shishim who asurit b'shishim is meteres. The time of pisha mefoshim harambam b'tez vov machos asuris halacha yutez. The time the neishu who kibay b'fnei atzma. This afraya has a din like a beya b'fnei atzmai. Also hekeboy v'sifu b'shurel. Because it's a beya, it's not the Rambam. Because this is a beya, so beya is a double choshev. The double choshev doesn't become bottle. Otherwise, we're talking kol atarikul, right? So he's saying here, the Rambam is saying a curveball. He's saying here because it's a double choshev. Also boy hekeb b'fnei atzmai v'sifu b'shurel. There's 61. They made it 61. From 60 to 61. Why? Because of beya. Masepis of what was on 61. It's something which is very better cheshbodl. V'yesh mefoshim the rosh mishum ein kol habeim shavis. V'yesh mehem ketanas. Some of them are small. The kind of sifa achas la'shvoisa mishum ochi b'inem shishvach. Not like the Rambam. The Torah bavad beya asuris b'motze be'afroyach who the common. Hey, that chabeinu b'fneinu b'shishim. Go over time, but yes, just before we go weiter, let's just go over this Rambam. This Rambam, Rav Seniger. Look, the Rambam do. Beya shenimtze b'afroyach shenishluko in beya hamutoris. You cook the egg, and you found inside an afroyach, a chicken. Im hoise im shishim v'achas if together with the Afroyach and this one, there was 61 Areihem Mutaris. Hoysem Shishim Bavad, Nesa Akol. The klal of Shishim doesn't work here. Mipnei Shu Beya Bifnei Atzmai, also Hekaboy Basif B'Shir. Something which is hard to understand because the Beya, that's why the Moisem on 1 from 60 to 61, that's why it's also. What's the pshat? What's the pshat? Zog the Kesem Mishnah. Yes, like this. But Amri, it's a Mai B'Alma. Mai B'Alma, even though there's a Froich, he's asking it's a Mai B'Alma, Umishani, a Gemara. And the Gemara says, How can I scheme? The basis of Froich. Aber Tamei Loi, Pirish Rashi, basis of Froich, Shabosa Noisin Tam, Veloishne Tamei, Veloishne Tohide, the Develu. Aber Tamei, Veloy Froich Loi. So what does it mean? So if he gives it a Tam, what's up 61 is good? Monashah. If he gives it a Tam, and you don't have a problem with the Beya, so then it should be mutter, but 60. What's that? Because it's a Beya, that's why we said 61. 61 and Beya shouldn't become butter. All of a sudden you find in halacha that 61 is matla Beya. We do zamin halacha. Oh, the tam what comes out from the froya. So if you matla tam what's coming out of the froya, that's again the lashon. Beya shenim tzebei froya. Shenishkan Beya mamatoris. Im hoisish min shishim achas. V'hi arei metoros. Hoisim shishim b'vatna. V'pnei shu beya b'fnei atzei. Osi hekaboy b'siv b'shura. So you have to say like you're saying. He says about it. What?
Each egg is separate.
No. But what's the shot? The egg becomes bottled. So beya doesn't become bottled.
No terubis.
Doesn't become bottled. Eggs don't become bottled. Beya, afraid they can't become bottled. So with that, as Machlis is saying, that we're talking about the what's coming out of the afraid. Not the time of the afraid is going into the beya. Because you're cooking it together.
But the egg is showing still. The egg is showing, so there's no terubis here.
No, but what do you mean it's not terubis? You cook this egg with other eggs.
Each egg is exactly
You cooked 100 eggs, and one egg has a beya inside.
It goes through the shell.
Yeah, it goes through.
It means it's no terubis. It's each one separate.
No, it goes through the shell.
No, we saw before, you cook the eggs together, they become osir. It's the guy to
It
do.
goes through the shell.
So the pshat is, in other words, it looks like a beya. Not it is a beya, because they're not talking about eating the afroyach. You can't eat the afroyach. You can't eat. But then, what in the sinus time, what the afroyach gives into the other eggs, that's mutter b'shishim achad, not by shishim. Why? Because of this it looks like a beya. So I'm not saying they can.
Goes through the shell.
Yeah, sure it goes through. You just said before it goes through.
Yeah.
Spores.
There needs to be eggs.
Because Hatois v'Arosh v'Aran the beit of Afroyach, Harein nimtze by koyre dam the shod by tichla b'kula b'chashat yeah. Zogt es baik yeah. Avuri isi la Rambam shleichili ben klufas yishene klufas the chay vayne hu mashme mehoked like maflik el sheish lochas the Yerushalmי u'mashe koser Rabbeinu neishu kebei b'nei atzmei also hekeba what does this mean? Hainu loima sheyesh by Afroyach shu bei b'nei atzmei lefika koser the beis oif tomei by shel treifa ein zichun samach alev. If you have two bei oif tomei with a bei from a treifa, you don't need samach. Koser v'rashba tamei shel Rabbeinu she'ein lei mechuva be'einav v'leibonu kan levatla bei b'atzma. You're not mevatla the bei el plitosa, like exactly what you're saying. The kula